still.
Hello, everybody. My name is BossFoss. I am one of two people who are normally on this podcast. Joining me today is Mr. Eldred. Hello, Mr. Eldred. Thank you for taking the time to join me on the R&R podcast.
I am so happy to be here. It's so good not being the host for a change, and
so this is only happening
guest,
for like 30 seconds, and then you'll
guest,
probably end up taking over as a host again.
This guest chair is so much more comfortable than the host chair, and I don't get it. It's the same chair, but
it's a hot seat for sure. I just want to get this started, because we're talking. I mean, this is what we normally do, but now we're actually recording ourselves talking. Yeah.
The first 30 minutes was just pre conversation.
For those of you who don't know, me and Ryunn have been in this call for
roughly about 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes talking. And it's like, oh, this would be really good to talk about on the podcast. All right, anyway, so we just go talking about it. It's like, oh, oops.
maybe we should actually do the introduction and start.
We should probably start it.
I swear to God, if this is Chris messaging me right now and be like, hey, sorry, brother, my ride decided to cancel. Okay, no, it's the D&D group. All right, cool. But yeah, how are you doing? Let's get the small talk out of the way and a little catch up, because it's been a long time since the last episode.
It's not small talk. It's all just normal talk, When did we record the last video? Honestly, it's been a hot minute.
It's been at least 2 months.
Has it really been 2 months?
It has at least been like 2 months.
We've been busy.
It's been a very busy summer, summer school and everything.
Summer school
and
for both of us, yeah.
Lots of work. I, over the summer, was working 2 jobs temporarily while trying to get DoorDash back.
Yeah, I feel that. I was doing a second job while waiting for my paycheck from my first job to actually hit. And I will say, having the second paycheck it was actually nice. So when my job did not give me the paycheck when I would like it to be, because for whatever reason I don't get paid in July. Even though when I had set up everything, I was like, I want to be paid for every month, so that way there's not like a month where I'm struggling for bills.
Yeah, because that's how I have my payment schedule too. It's the 12th month. I think it's 207 day.
Yeah. For me though, they don't pay me all 10 months or 12 months. They only pay me 11 months out of the year.
Do you have I just call it the summer fund because I can never remember the actual name.
No, I do not have a stipend.
Or no, it's like a savings account or something. They offer it through my job through some bank. I have the paperwork for it somewhere around my desk. But
no,
it's like
they. Oh my God, of course, now that I'm on camera, like the words escaping me.
We can't remember any of the words.
Yeah, so basically, they take some of my pay and divert it to pay me later on down the road. So I get a full paycheck in June, and then I get a full paycheck in August, and then I get a full paycheck. Yeah, I just don't get one in July. But because of the extra hour that I have to work every day, the 1 week in June that I actually work, I get a small paycheck of like a couple $100 in July for that. But it's not until July 10th. So I will say, working the summer job where they gave me a much bigger check on the 10th was really nice.
Nice.
Yeah. To answer your question, though, I'm alive.
That's good.
Taking it one day at a time.
I don't know what it has been. Sorry, I'm watching that like stray cat try to break into the room again. Well, sorry for that little intermission. I let my own cat back into the room and shoot off the random stray that keeps breaking into my house. Um, in terms of my small talk outside of just feeling overworked, or not overworked, because God, how would I explain it? I'm just not used to this kind of work yet, and then having to be
Right.
up early, because as you know me, I'm not like an early bird at all. I'm My schedule for the last like 7, 8 years have all been accustomed to being a night shift person. So it's
Yeah.
like I still have that semi night person life with having to take my cousin home from his job, usually around midnight, and having to go to sleep. So I run on quite literally 3 to 4 hours of sleep a day. And this last like few weeks, I've been crashing out like super early. So it's just a really bad funk. And I had
Sorry.
to watch
It
it
is
yawn.
it is 11 o'clock at night. It is a Saturday, so technically we've had all day to rest, but
Yeah,
dude, like both Katy and I just feel like trucks have freaking hit us. We are
that's
so exhausted. And it's like we only worked 2 days. I know. I think very briefly my video cut off one of those fingers. We've only worked 2 days.
you only work 2 days. I've worked this entire week and
Well, okay,
I
so like we've worked more than the 2 days. We worked the entire week, but there's only been 2 days with kids on campus.
I've had kids on campus since last Thursday. But I don't know what it's been about this week, dude, but it has left me just so exhausted, like beyond belief. But
Eventually,
outside of
eventually
just
you'll get into the routine, I promise.
yeah, eventually I'll get back up to the speed and everything. It's just learning new students, learning everything else. Since
Yeah.
I do work with special needs, it's just a little encumbersome. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I don't think it is. It just takes it can take a lot out of you.
Yeah. Especially since this is like the first job I've ever had where I've worked with special needs people. So it's like it's a big learning process.
Absolutely.
But it's fun. I love it. I enjoy it. I love my job.
Yeah.
Outside of that, we hit a small milestone for my personal channel.
I know.
Um,
Congratulations.
yeah, finally got that 200 subs. It feels good to see that work going in, and then I'm actually listening to my algorithm with focusing on games that are garnering higher viewpoints than pushing through like smaller ones I want to do. Which right
Yeah, but
now,
I mean, you should still also make sure you're doing the games you want to play and not just listening to the
yeah,
algorithm,
yeah, no,
because then you will be getting like the people who want the game, or yeah, people who want the game that you want to be playing will then find your channel as well.
yeah.
But I
Like
understand what you're
like right now the biggest thing on my channel is I'm doing a supernova live stream of the Outer Worlds, which has just been kicking my ass. It took me like 9 hours to get through Edgewater, which is the tutorial planet.
Well, you know, they say it's a tutorial planet, but is it really?
And then I've been playing the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Master Collection Volume 1
Oh, wait, that reminds me.
version of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. But I'm also playing that on European difficulty, which is the extreme.
Yeah. Hey, not to like freak you out, Tim, but do you know how many days it is until Delta?
I believe it's like a week to 2 weeks. I
Yeah,
believe
so
it's the 26th.
it's the 28th, very close. But if you have the deluxe edition, it's the 26th. I see that now. Reading a little bit further down. That's the you got to make sure you read the entire thing before you give people answers.
Yeah. I think the 26th I was focused on because that is the Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox. and Gears of War Reloaded coming to PlayStation, which both
Yes.
games I'm equally excited for. I am very happy to be jumping into the Gears of War Reloaded multiplayer because I have 3 achievements left in the Ultimate Edition version on Xbox. And when they first announced Reloaded, they're like, "Oh yeah, if you have the Ultimate Edition, it's gonna transfer over." To which I misinterpreted, thinking that it was just gonna upgrade from Ultimate to Reloaded. It doesn't, so which means I'm gonna have to go through and get all the achievements all over again, and it really pisses me off because it's taken me years of finding random lobbies at 3 o'clock in the morning to level up to a prestige level 1.
Right. Tim, I thought we had talked about this and it was supposed to keep all the progress.
Yep, but it is not. It is going to be a whole new game in its entirety because it's going to be running completely different than how Ultimate Edition runs.
Hmm.
So cutscenes are going to be, from what I understand, and this is not to confirm any, but confirm any bit of it, but I do know that loading screens in the campaign are gone now. So it's going to be one seamless, like just start to finish, no loading chapters or anything like that, like the original version was.
Right.
I guess some things are being reworked or added in. There was talk about that, like some cutscenes are being changed or like enhanced upon, or things are being delved a little deeper into. And then the multiplayer is still going to be its multiplayer.
Sure.
Which I think it would have been great if they would have brought the multiplayer into the current generation of gameplay, because the OG multiplayer is very tank control like. Whereas like Gears of War 5, you had the ability to like vault over cover, do melee executions.
Right, but they're going to want to keep the original like
Yeah.
feel of it.
Yeah. I really genuinely hope that the game does well with PlayStation enough to garner a remake of 2 and 3, because this is now the third remaster remake that we're getting of the first game. And I love the first game, but the franchise really started to kick off with 2. That's when they introduced Horde mode. It's like when the story really ramped up, the multiplayer really ramped up. I'm just tired of
Mhm.
the original
I understand.
Gears being remade. That being said, the next one after this is set to be E-Day, which is even earlier in the timeline than the first
It
game.
is
So,
it is earlier in the timeline, but it is original.
yes, that is true.
It is not a remake.
And then speaking on the other game, we got Helldivers crossing over with Microsoft. Apparently, the Xbox players are going to be known as Hell Jumpers.
Did not know that.
Yep, it
I know
is.
that there's been jokes about Xbox joining, and I know I eventually I will get my PlayStation Network stuff back up and running. I just money got a little tight for a while.
So, with the announcement of the Hell Jumpers coming, there is a random distress beacon that you pick
Yes.
up on your ship, which
I
is
yes. And it
Virgil.
and it sounds just like Virgil. It would be really cool because
The
last
teaser
I
trailer
checked there was
also
a black
looks like,
hole, right?
yes. Yes.
The black hole is still there. What if Reach came out of the black hole?
I'm either thinking Reach or Earth. Like
Like a
like another Earth, but it's New Mombasa. Like we land down and it is the Earth from Halo. Cause the teaser trailer where you see the pod drop down and it's playing like the ODST saxophone theme.
it's new
That's
Mombasa.
yeah, it is New Mombasa. Which I'm just saying, whether I play on PlayStation or I decide to get the game on Xbox, I am rocking the ODST armor till the end of time.
Yes. I did just confirm there is no cross progression.
Yeah, So it's
Yeah,
between Gears or between Helldivers.
between Helldivers.
That's the double ooh. Because, like, I want to get it for Xbox because, like, as much as I love my PlayStation here, I am on Xbox a lot more.
Yeah.
So it would just
I
be convenient.
Yes, but uh I don't think that they're going to limit it to, because somebody had asked, because if you pre-order Helldivers, there's like some outfits that you can get, some armors
Which I
that you
believe
can
they
get,
did say will
and
come to PlayStation
yeah,
later.
they said that it'll come as a DLC for people. I imagine that the Halo stuff will just be a war bond.
That's what I'm kind of thinking too, is that it's just going to be a war bond.
And technically, if we have the light reconnaissance vehicle, just get it to be a skin of the Warthog.
Oh,
And then
God,
the
it's going to be so
Pelican
good.
Pelican 1 can actually be a
Little drone.
no, not a
Like
little
the.
drone.
Oh, I was going to say, it'd be kind of adorable to have a little tiny pelican following you around
I
like
mean,
a
that would
little
be no
drone.
Pelican 1 is the God,
Are you talking about the drop ships or the like
yeah.
air gunner ship?
Well, I was talking about the air gunner ship, but an air gunner ship like swap the skin of that, and then also the exfil vehicle.
Yeah, the exfil. Ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Ooh. Dude, it's gonna make me so sad if the like an OD I'm just gonna straight call it the ODST War Bond is like a Microsoft exclusive.
it. They're not going to do that because it's a Sony Studios game. They're not going to make an exclusive thing to one of the consoles. That would be
True.
stupid.
It would.
I mean, they could do something and be like, yeah, it's exclusive for Sony.
Have you seen the new Xbox PlayStation logo for
Uh-uh.
their startup for it?
No.
It does the Xbox thing that immediately like transitions like flawlessly into the PlayStation, like modern PlayStation.
Are you sure?
I saw it, it could have been fan made.
It's
I just
probably
saw
fan made.
I saw it as part of the trailer with the ODST stuff. Or not confirmed ODST stuff, but the
Oh
teaser
no,
trailer of the
I literally have it up right now. Yeah. So it starts off and it's the rated M for mature. You get the Xbox startup sound, and then as it zooms into the Xbox logo, it goes into the PlayStation logo.
which if they do more Sony Microsoft collab games like that, I think that is a very nice kind of logo banner for it.
Yeah,
Or a play card, whatever you want to call it.
startup.
I'm just yes, I'm just excited. It's gonna be so fun. It like Helldivers is something I'm genuinely looking forward to once that crossplay comes. How about you? Any games you're like excited for
I
that's
mean,
on the horizon?
yeah, yeah. There's a few games that we know are coming that I'm excited about. The big one that I'm both excited and nervous about, but I doubt that they'll screw it up that bad, is Grand Theft Auto 6.
Gonna
And
still be
so
waiting.
here's the thing, and I believe we've talked about this. There's a lot of hype around that game. There was a lot of hype around Cyberpunk. As long as we don't go in expecting all of these grand things that the fans have been saying are included in the game, because fans love to like make stuff up, and they're like, "Oh, the newest thing, like we confirmed that this is in the game." It's like, I'll believe it when Rockstar says it.
For me, Like I have zero expectation going into GTA 6. And it's not because like I have that unbelievable faith in Rockstar Games that GTA is going to be the next biggest baddest thing. They milked the ever-loving shit out of GTA 5.
No, absolutely, they did.
With the time, the money, the resources, the pushbacks, I
They're
am
going to
confident
milk this.
I am confident that it's going to be worth the money for
Yeah,
years to come. For another
I
3 generations worth of consoles, I would say.
depends on how quickly they get the consoles out, but I think PlayStation 6 is on the horizon now.
Which is just ridiculous. I feel like they came out not even
The
that long ago.
PlayStation 5 came out over 5 years ago.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah. So let me look it up. PlayStation 5 release date. It was November 12th of 2020.
Yeah, because it came out during the pandemic, and then I remember for like the first few months, dude, it was impossible to get a console because of gout price gougers and what do you call it? I'm spacing the name right now.
Scalpers.
Scalpers, that's what I'm looking for.
So I just looked up when the Xbox Series X release date was, and this one's gonna throw you for a loop. It says the Xbox Series X is set to release October 15th of 2024. I think that's a little wrong.
I was gonna say, I think I bought this console in 2019 because I bought it before.
I've definitely had this thing. Yeah, it came out November 10th of 2020. It just threw me off seeing the 2024. I'm like,
Did COVID
no,
start in 2021?
2020, March of 2020.
Because I had this console beforehand, right? Yeah, because I was living in the other trailer.
I didn't get the console. I got the console release date, which I still have my original console. Yay me. Uh, I had gotten it when it released, and I was living here already. It arrived at our door.
Time flies, man.
It's been 5 years, Tim, since I've left.
And I miss you every second.
It's been 5 years, half a decade since I moved out of my parents' house, which I moved out pretty late. But it's been five
It's,
years.
it's okay. It's been 5 years since I moved out of your parents' house as well.
It's been 5 years since that. It's been two, three, yeah, 2-ish years since my parents decided to. No, it's been almost 3 years since my parents up and moved. It was 2.5 years ago that they made the decision. It was 3 years ago that they moved, and it was about 3 years ago is when they told me that they were moving. I'm
It's
not salty.
crazy. It's crazy. I think about that house sometimes.
It,
I
I do
loved
too.
I loved that house.
It was a very nice house. It's still being lived in. Because my aunt still lives on the property, so I've seen it when I'm visiting her. Somebody is living in the house.
Well, at least it's being used.
Nobody is living in my grandmother's house, though.
Not even your grandmother?
My grandmother sold it, remember?
I didn't remember.
Oh, yeah, no, she sold it uh and moved to Orland.
I did not know that.
So my parents sold, my grandmother got pissed off and sold her property, leaving my aunt to be the only one that is still living on the property. And she said that as soon as the horse dies, she will sell.
Horses live a very long time though, man.
This horse has been alive for a long time. There's a poster of me as a child trying to climb up on to this horse.
Okay, yeah, that horse.
He's been around for a while. He can't be ridden anymore.
Yeah, as I remember you saying about the other issue we won't talk about on here.
Yeah.
Any other games that you're excited to be coming out? They got a few good horror games that's been announced. One that I've been like slowly looking into called Chronos.
I've probably seen Chronos and I don't even realize it. I will tell you one game that I think you're gonna be surprised to hear me say. Resident Evil. I'm actually really excited to see Resident Evil.
I was watching some
I
videos
think
about it.
we'll see more in March, right? That's when it's their big anniversary. Or
Uh,
does it release in March?
it releases in March. We are supposed to see some more stuff about it, I think, at the end of this month. Is the next is
Requiem
Gamescom?
is scheduled for February 27th.
When's Gamescom?
Gamescom, I think, is this week.
We should be seeing more about it then, because I know Microsoft, I just saw the tweet about it too, that
I'm
Microsoft
seeing
is
August
looking.
19th is going to be a big day for Resident Evil Requiem.
Yes.
So Tuesday.
So Microsoft is planning to show more about it, which I figure they're going to show an older Leon, because despite the fact that they said he's not going to be in the game, he's going to be in the game because that's what
Somebody
the original
confirmed that this is going to be the last main title,
that
by the
he
way.
will be in.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of timeline wise, Leon is now in his late 50s.
Yeah, the dude's old.
Depending on when and where it takes place, because I know a Shadow of a Rose, they bumped the timeline from the current like 2023 or whenever that game came out to 18 years in the future, which they did confirm Chris is still alive at that point in time, but everybody would be near retirement or having just a head of something position.
Can you imagine though a DLC where you get to play as Leon going through the old Raccoon City police station if it's still standing? Like we've seen clips of it, so the building's there.
Yeah, the RPD is still there. The city is in shambles, but it's
It's
all, I want to say post-apocalyptic because when you think they nuked Raccoon City.
yeah, no,
Like they
there's no
hit it
secret
with
of
a
what
nuke.
they've done to the city.
So like the entire city is in ruins and a cult is what picked up in its place, which is what Requiem is exploring. If
I don't
I
know.
remember hearing about stuff right.
But just think, old Leon walking through RPD, crouches down to hide behind cover, and you just hear like pop pop pop. That's actually the perk from what is it? Out Outer Wilds 2?
Yes, every time you go to sneak, your knees pop and it alerts the
It's when
enemies.
you stand up, I think. It's your knees pop. It's like you're super stealthy, but your knees pop because you're constantly stealthing.
I've been like with supernova difficulty too, like I think you get one skip of a negative perk and then the rest you have to keep. And I was like, I'm trying
Yeah.
not to I'm trying to make sure the one perk I don't get is the broken leg perk. To where it's like your bones are just very brittle.
Mm.
But yeah, no, Chronos, it's God. It reminded me of why can't I think of the name right now? The game that was made by the Dead Space creators, but it wasn't Dead Space.
Oh,
Callisto
it's
Protocol.
Chronos: The New Dawn.
Yes. That is exactly the game right there.
I typed in Chronos and it was a different one pop up. Third person survival horror game versus a player in a dystopian future where they must navigate a world filled with mysterious creatures known as orphans. It's drawing inspiration from 1980s Poland during a cataclysmic event known as the Change.
Yeah,
I'm going to see a clip of it. I'm pretty sure I have seen parts of this before.
I guarantee you have at like if you've watched any of the latest game shows and stuff, then you
Yes,
definitely.
I've seen parts of this before.
It looks like a good creepy horror game, which I feel has been lacking in a while.
Yeah.
I'm also extremely excited for Dying Light the Beast. I'm excited for Silent Hill F, which it makes me pissed a little bit that this one is coming to Xbox and the Silent Hill 2 remake didn't. And then from what I also understand, the Silent Hill 1 remake is also not going to come to Xbox. So
That's weird.
it's like I like the fact that we're getting the new Silent Hill, but I would love to play through Silent Hill 1 and 2. I got to play Silent Hill 1 a couple days ago on an emulator because one of my friends brought it over on their like little like handheld gaming device that emulates a bunch of old gaming games from like
Right.
generations. They have like PlayStation 1, 2, and then they have Game Boy, NES, all the other older consoles. There's a new Pac-Man world coming out. Repack. Bro, I used to play that all the time on the PlayStation 2. Got a new Lego game coming out. It's been a while since I've looked at like what games are coming out.
I know. I'm currently looking through a
The new
upcoming games
Jurassic,
list.
the new Jurassic World game
Yes.
looks
So
really good.
you're talking about Survive, right? The
Yeah,
survival one?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Because you
remember
know
when that
me,
one comes up.
I was like, you know me, I love the survival games.
Yeah.
Outer Worlds 2, I'm excited for because that's obviously why I'm live streaming the first game right now. They got a SpongeBob Trio bundle for pre-order where you get Battle of Bikini Bottom and the other two SpongeBob games.
Wait a second. So October of this year, we're getting Jurassic World Evolution 3, which is what I thought you were talking about for a second, which I thought was strange that you were talking about. Little Nightmares 3, which I haven't played the other two.
I guess the second you've never played the first Little Nightmares?
No.
I've played and beaten the first Little Nightmares, but I've never played the second one, but I guess it's a prequel.
Interesting.
They're good. I was very confused the first time I played the first game because I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Right.
But like I was like, this is a horror game. It's not even scary. Very last boss made me like jump and pause the game, and my mom was laughing at me so hard because I was playing it in front of her because she was the one that got me to play the game. She was like, "Hey, have you heard of this game called Little Nightmares? I keep seeing it on Facebook Reels and stuff." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll try it. I'll
You know what that
play it."
reminds me of?
Hmm.
And I know you love this story, and I've told this story multiple times. So Tim was playing, Ryunn was playing a horror video game VR in my living room when it was just me and him in the house, and I had came home from something. I forget what I had left for. No, I had left to go to work and then came home from work, and you were recording, and I had opened up the door, saw he was recording, so I just slammed the door as hard as I could behind me. Oh man, I wish I recorded it.
I just deleted it not that long ago off of my computer too.
The video?
Yeah, because I always meant to edit it and put it out, but then I never went back to it because I just don't have the room to do VR games right now. And I was like, oh,
Right.
I'll go back to it. I'll go back to it. And then finally, I was just like, I'll just replay it whenever I get the room to do it, and I want to do Until Dawn. I was playing the game The Inpatient, which is the prequel to Until Dawn.
Right.
Yeah, nope, scared the ever living crap out of me. I just dropped to all floors, had a heart attack.
All floors. Yep,
You know,
all
playing
floors.
games in your living room has never really worked out for me because then I think wasn't it the next day you came home and I was just having like an anxiety attack on your kitchen floor because I
No,
got
it was
like
still the same day.
it was the
It
same
was the
day.
same. It was the same day. It was like very much later that night. You were having that fucking panic attack
Oh my
about
God.
things we're not going to talk about right now.
No. I miss that house though so much.
It was a very nice house. I know. It was
Battlefields.
for those of you who don't know, it was a 3 wide trailer that we had bought modular home. Um, we had bought it and lived in it from 2007 to two. I moved out in 2020, so that was 13 years, and I think my parents stayed another 2 years before they moved out and sold it to the casino that was located behind us. Ultimately, there is a number of games. There's games that I know that I'm excited about that just are not coming to my head right now.
I was gonna say Battlefield 6 was the last one I was gonna touch on, and I just say Battlefield 6 only because I think it's gonna give Call of Duty an actual run for its money. The
I
beta has been doing so
The beta's
good.
over for right now.
Yes, but
But what I've been cracking up about, right,
yeah,
is news articles and Call of Duty fans typically are actually commenting like, yeah, you can see that the hype for Battlefield 6 is over now because it went from like 550,000 people to like 5,000 people. Clearly the game sucks. It's like, no, the beta ended and there's 5,000 people who managed to stay in the beta.
out of the first 2 weeks, in the first week it reached in the billions number of players, and EA put out a statement saying that if they could get the beta player count to 1 trillion, that they were going to release a free skin pack for when the game came out. I have no idea if they reached that number, but I mean, the fact that we're getting back to what Battlefield was before 20, what is it, 2042? I think that's what it says there on that steel book in my shelf.
Yeah, we don't talk about 2042.
We don't talk about
How
the
do I
last few Battlefields
Hey, how do you find out how many people are currently playing a game?
on Steam, or
Yeah, on Steam.
that is a good question. I've never had to look that up.
There we go. I found it. Okay, so let's go with Battlefield. No, if I do that, that's gonna take me out of that.
While you look up current players right now, I have a thing that's on my mind. Um, since I know you don't really watch a lot of television or movies,
Sure.
this is something I just went through, and I'm curious if you've ever went through it. I was watching a TV series. Had a mess season one, really good season two,
Uh-huh.
but they canceled it. Even though the numbers did good, so many people complained about the show that it ultimately was canceled. Have
Okay.
have have you ever had a TV series that you're watching that you would have wished you got that like second, third season or that final season?
Yes.
What show for you? You can't just agree with me, man. I'm gonna ask questions.
There has been a couple that I know of that I had watched and then like they canceled it, but I couldn't tell you what they are off the top of my head because you just called on me and my brain went window. I think the beta is actually open for the record because
It closes tomorrow.
today, uh, they peaked at 362,000 people playing right now, or playing today. Currently, there's 215,000 people playing. It is fourth in the most played games as of right now. The number one being Counter-Strike 2, which is currently sitting at 862,000 current players, followed by Dota 2, and then here's a shocker. PUBG is still up there. It is number 3.
Did you ever know that PUBG and the Callisto Protocol were set to take place in the same universe?
I did, yes.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah, my TV show though was Halo, and I'm really pissed off because again, the first season, meh. The
Right.
second season of the show, they incorporated the fall of Reach,
Right.
and then they incorporated like landing on the first installation, and the last episode brought in the flood. And the way they did the flood was like genuinely terrifying. And it made me feel like I did the very first time I launched like Halo Combat Evolved when I was like, less than 10 years old, playing with my
Terrified.
like playing with like my 5-year-old little brother jumping in, and it hit me with that nostalgia. And Pablo Schreiber was just, despite the fact that so many people were pissed that they showed his face for Master Chief, like the second season, and sorry to spoil it or anything, but the almost the entirety of the second season, he is not in the armor. So
Yeah.
you see Chief as just John, and it's something that I was talking to Brian about because even Brian was one of those like, I hate the TV show. They showed Master Chief's face. You never show his face, and I was like, people see his face canonically in game. Like we as the player don't get to see his face, but other people do. I was like, you know how many times he's taken his helmet off in front of people, or Halo 2? The very first like minute of the game is you being fitted in new armor and you get a new helmet put on. And that's how
Right.
your heads up display activates. I was like, people see Chief out of the armor. Master Chief isn't the armor, he's the person in the armor. And he's like, oh, it just breaks the canon and it just breaks who he is as a character. And I was like, have you
Does
actually
it?
watched the show though? And he's like, no, I'll never watch the show. And I was like, you gotta watch the show. I was like, this is why it got canceled, is because of fans that are like this. The Halo sh- the Halo show made me more of a fan of Halo than I was playing the last few games. Minus Infinite. Playing 4 and 5. Infinite's great. I love Infinite.
Right.
And the fact that Pablo Schreiber is Liv Schreiber's brother, which I just didn't know he had a brother, was also fascinating. But no, the TV show was great. I was really sad that they ended it after 2 seasons. I'm slightly hopeful because Netflix just bought the rights to the show. So now Halo is premiering on Netflix. It's no longer just on Paramount Plus. And
Okay.
Netflix does have a good history of re-picking up shows for like an additional 1 to 2 seasons. Because even though they're not following the story of the games, because like we clearly see Chief battling it out on Reach and was there up to the last minute of it being glassed, which does not happen in the games. But again, as they explain it, this is Halo in a different universe, so it's just really good. And I'd love to see how they deal with the flood and dealing with the Halo ring he lands on, because it
Right.
just ends on that cliffhanger. He literally kills Arbiter and then just goes into the installation, which is another thing that breaks canon is he kills Arbiter.
Yeah.
What?
What? So I'm going to answer a question real quick for you. One, Steam Charts, a website, will actually track the concurrent players of any particular game.
Huh.
Battlefield 6 open beta peaked at 517,000 people playing at one time. And that was. And that was August 9th. It has not come back to that. But there's, as of an hour ago, there was 226,000 people playing, and it peaked within the last 24 hours at 360,000 people playing.
I feel like a fake fan because I'm so hyped for the game, but I've never downloaded the beta. nor have I decided to download the beta or launch it. It looks cool, it looks good, and it looks like the Battlefield I remember and the Battlefield I've wanted for like the last few entries. I don't know what it is. And maybe it's EA. I'm just
Yeah.
hesitant.
Well, okay. So that being said, Counter-Strike 2 compared to it, I'm gonna just throw up the thing. No, not that one. That one. The blue line is Counter-Strike 2.
God, that game is so old too, man.
Yes, it is also still the most played game on Steam. If I can get it to pop up.
Isn't it a free game too?
Yeah, Counter-Strike 2. So, here it is. The most played top 100 games right now. Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, PUBG. Top 3 are free to play. Battlefield 6 is right underneath. Then Delta Force, Apex Legends. The wallpaper engine, which I find a little bit funny, is in the top played games with 103,000 people actively playing on it.
That is actually quite hilarious.
I didn't notice that before. But yeah, and it peaked. Counter-Strike 2 peaked at 1,338,399 people actively playing at the same time. It is currently 871,000 people still playing this game. Now, I did check top sellers. Counter-Strike 2 is the top seller and it's free to play. And it's been here it's been out for 679 weeks.
A lot of weeks.
That is a lot of weeks.
I was seeing a thing on TikTok that was like you don't know you're old until you see this video, and it was showcasing like games that came out when we were in middle school that I didn't realize came out when we were in middle school. Like Halo 3 and just a bunch of other older just games that I still hold in like high regard that I feel like I just was playing like the other day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy how much time flies by.
This doesn't seem right.
What?
They're trying to tell me that Counter-Strike 2 released in 2023.
Maybe a newer version of it, like a new
What it's
updated
gotta
version.
be.
What about you, David? I've been picking all the topics. What topics do you have? Anything you
Sorry.
want to
I'm now.
in a rabbit hole?
Yeah.
That's all good. Ugh.
Yeah, that's weird, man. The timing doesn't match up for 679 weeks. That'd be like a few years.
Yeah.
But Counter-Strike 2 officially released in 2023.
No, it's been out a lot longer.
Everything it says it released in 2023.
There's no
I'm gonna
way.
see. I'm gonna see what Steam says. Okay, Steam says the Counter Strike 2 came out in 2012,
Okay, yeah, that sounds more accurate because I
but I
remember hearing
don't
about that.
think I don't think it was actually like released. I think it was still like, oh yeah, this is like an in progress thing.
Maybe it came out of the beta test, the beta phase at that point. Because I know
That's what I'm thinking.
Arc, if you look at Arc, the original Arc, it never left beta phase until Arc Survival Evolved.
Something like that, yeah.
which then became the actual version of the game. And they've done that too with 7 Days to Die. Because 7 Days to Die just finally got out of beta phase and re-released. So now there is a new version of 7 Days to Die that is a lot better than the version that we owned.
Yes. But they're still working on that one. As for my topic, it will have to wait for the next podcast because we've hit an hour and a half long video.
I've been feeling like we've been going for a very long time.
We started rambling. We got distracted.
We did.
I promise next time we'll have more of a topic, guys. But this was just our brain just
needing to just
It was a brain fart.
Yeah.
A brain spill?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, there you go. There's the name of the episode. Brain spill.
Brain spill. I like it. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. You can catch the few other videos that we have done on the YouTube channel, or you can catch us on all of your podcast streaming applications. We're around. We're gonna end this here because we're just kind of brain fried at the moment. So, toodaloo.
Bye, everybody.